Good morning to all, and please have a very sweet and nice day. Today, I am going to discuss about foundation stability in slight prone hill slope. We all know that our northeastern state, we are having 8 states: Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram, Tripura, and Sikkim. These are all almost except Assam. All Assam also more than 50% is hill up since Barak Valley is high up. Nearest to Manipur border, nearest to Nagaland border, nearest to Arunachal border, Mizoram border. All these surrounding states are basically hill states, and our Assam is 50% is hills, rest is plains. All these slopes are highly prone to landslide and landslip, mainly due to human disturbances. Even our adjacent country, Bhutan, also notices many slides nowadays. Earlier, Bhutan was completely stable. There was no report of any slides. But nowadays, they faces hills, slopes, slide, and slope instability, mainly uh, during this last 20th century. I am always commenting that all natural slopes, hill slopes are stable unless otherwise it is disturbed by human. Due to natural calamities like earthquake, basically swiftly earthquake has disturbed our formation to a great extent. But due to natural calamities, our natural hill slopes failure very negligible. Destruction of hill slopes during Great Assam earthquake 1897 measuring Richter scale 8.3 and 1950 measuring Richter scale 8.7. These slides were very less, very negligible comparing to present days. Of course, during in those two major earthquake, these are the biggest earthquake in northeastern India. These are 8.7 is the biggest one, and second is 8.3. These two earthquakes are biggest in northeastern region. Of course, during these slides, some distraction like river bank erosion, river course changes, creating some dead channel. There are a lot of dead channel in Assam, like Mara Bhorolu, that is Bhorolu river. It is a big river, but it has changed the course. Many rivers had changed its course, some bank erosion, embankment erosion, damage of railway lines, etc. were noticed. But slopes are intact. There is no damage of any hill slope or anything except man-made artificial embankment slope reviving protection work. This type of damages were only noticed. Some time back, I had discussed about the particular problem, and I hope my beloved readers, beloved friends, and viewers are surely well versed with the problem. We do not, the basic reason behind these slides are we do not care for our grandchildren, or we do not want to give them a healthy future. For that reason, we do not interested to save our mother earth. We must follow the nature. We cannot direct the nature to behave at our own will, but we should follow the rules of nature, which we are not doing at all. In the name of development works, we are always started construction of roads, cutting huge landmass, huge at the hill slopes we are cutting, and we are finishing our jungles, and lot of distraction we are always creating in our art surface. Yes, we do not do anything. We are always shouting about global warming, climate changing, ice melting, hot air wave, raising of water level above present mean sea level, and we are celebrating World Environment Day, World Forest Day, World Earth Day, World Life Wildlife Day, and and many more. Yet our forest forced many wild animals come out from the jungle due to shortage of their foods. But nowhere anything is noticed except some workshops, seminar, conferences, talk shows, and this type of only some valuable articles were published and nothing short of anything. At least in my notice, I find anything. I had discussed this problem some time back regarding this man and element conflict. I hope my beloved friends shall surely recall it. However, these are the general information I am interested to give you because uh, much of you or all of you are not aware of this problem of our northeastern people. We are daily facing, we are daily suffering from this situation. At present, I am associated with a foundation stability problems of a highly slide prone hill slope of Arunachal Hill located at latitude 27 degree 32 minutes 55.6 second and longitude 94 degree 15 minute 39.6 seconds. The site is very close to the lower Subansiri hydroelectric project at Gogamukh, Dhemaji. The formation of there are in Subansiri there are three major hydro projects. One is Upper Subansiri, which is located at Arunachal Pradesh at Upper Rish, and the Middle Subansiri, which is located at Taman, Arunachal Pradesh, and the Lower Subansiri, it is located at the boundary line of Assam and Arunachal Pradesh. The formation of the hill slope is consisted of highly fractured, jointed, fragile, sub-sedimentary rock of Subansiri Basin. The hydroelectric project works are also highly affected by landslides and slips. Many a time structural collapses are also noticed, like guardrail failure, some blockage of tunnels, and lot of everything. They are always suffering, resulting cost, huge cost involvement, and long time effect. The project area belongs to Subansiri Formation of Middle Shalik is composed of soft and dissected by prominent joints in form of crisscross pattern, resulting in wedge formation which lead to frequent landslide and rockfill, especially during monsoon period. The parent sandstone is fully charged with rainwater along the subsurface water, which is vulnerable to the stability of the sandstone. Very interesting thing we are saying it is a rock sandstone, but it is so heavily jointed and fractured. RQD is very poor. Even core recovery up to depth of 8 meters was recorded at zero. We have we have made few bores there, drill holes there, up to the significant depth of the foundation, uh, which is about 18-20 meters below the foundation level. Uh, so this RQD, average RQD is recorded as 29% only. Our Indian codes, IS, IRC, uh, Indian Railway Board had not specification regarding the slope stability. Normally, they are also following IS and IRC codes. As per our condition, Indian standards, IRC 78, IS 4464, and IS 11315, the formation has been considered as a grade 4 rock, which is decomposed rock. As per IS 1498 also, this type of rock is decomposed rock. Further, Rule 706.3.1.1.2 of IRC 78 had recommended to consider this type of formation as soil only, not rock. Just after little degradation of the quality, it will be considered as poorly graded granular soil. It will be poorly graded SP. Even all the cuttings appears like poorly graded medium grain sand. However, SBC have been estimated considering as rock using provision of IS 12070 and IS 13063, and accordingly, if we consider it as soil, IS 6403, 8009, and IS 1904, adopting a safety factor of 8 for rock and 3 for soil. Say, this 12070 IS 12070 is the code for the estimation of SBC based on field and laboratory test results where joints frequency, joint spacing, thickness of joints, UCS, initial compressive strength, consider RQD, everything considering we can calculate the SBC of this. And IS 13063, we can estimate the settlement of the foundation in rock formation. Whereas in case of soil formation, 6403 is applicable for estimation of SBC of soil, 8009 estimation of settlement on of foundation, and 1904 is specification for stability analysis of soil. Whereas in case of rock, 13063 is also there are some specific provision to stability, foundation stability analysis. And safety factor for soil it is shall not be less than 2.5. So we are adopting 3. 3 is little higher than 2.5. So we fulfill the codal provision. And safety factor for rock, it is 8. We are adopting 8 since it is varies from 6 to 8. So we are adopting higher side to make to provide more safety. And accordingly, we have calculated the safe bearing capacity as 79 ton per meter square against an estimated settlement of 4.55 mm, which is quite good. There is no threat of foundation failure, either as BC failure or settlement failure of any kind, since our permissible limiting settlement is 12 millimeter, IS 13063, while our permissible settlement for soil it is for, if we consider it is a granular sand, then it will be the 60 millimeter. So we are considering 4 point. We have anticipated our settlement will be 4.55 meter. From SBC criteria, it is quite safe. Our design load is 68 ton per meter square, whereas we are getting 79, which is little higher, with a safety factor of 8, and settlement is 12 millimeter permissible. So we are estimating it as 4.55. So there is a no chance of any shear failure or settlement failure of the foundation. The basic problem is the slope failure. I have already discussed earlier. It is the main problem of slope failure. So when there will be some little slide, the foundation may be tilted because foundation has huge horizontal load. Since it is a very tall transmission tower, very tall, entire power, generated power will be coming through these towers, and it is very tall since it is located at some lower elevation of the top hill. So there are chances of overturning of the foundation until it is quite safe. If there are little amount of slides is there, the life of the tower cannot be assured. So slope failure is the principal problem of this area. As such, the slope stability was checked for both situation. Number one situation considering rock as per IS 14243 and IS 13063, and as per considering as soil IS 1904. So we have cross-checked the both condition, and we observed that the provision of 13063 and IS 14243 are not appropriate because it is not rock. It is not rock. We cannot consider it is a hard rock. Had we get the code RQD is 80%, then we should adopt this codal provision straight cut. If there are minor joints also there, if some minor cracks are there, we can rectify that cracks by cement grouting or chemical grouting or using some adhesive. It can be it can be monolithic structure one, so there was not at all serious problem. But it is not, basically it is not rock, so these codes are not appropriate. Although it appears, considering this code, our hill slope is very safe and stable enough. If we look very reluctantly or very casually, then it is quite safe and stable. But if we consider details from the ground level with the board, with the drill hole data and shear strength, joint spacing, joint thickness, and other behaviors, and recent past failure history, then we find it is a highly weathered, decomposed, jointed and fragile, soft sedimentary rock, and for which additional precaution was considered essential. I say, regarding this stability, which I shall explain you, you see, this is considering soil. The basic difference between rock and soil, this this angle is 30 degree to vertical in case of rock. If it is a hard rock, solid rock, then it is this distribution, stress distribution angle to vertical is 30 degree, and IRC suggested 1 in 2 slope, then it will be little steeper. It is 30 degree, that will be little slightly steeper, uh, 27 degree or like that. And in case of soil, it is 60 degree to vertical. As per 1904, it is 60 degree vertical. In the code, you see the sloping ground. These are clearly given, and this the soil surface line should be 900 mm above the above the stress line. 30%. This is we call it 30% stress line since it is 60 degree to vertical. So it is 30% stress line. This 30%, there shall be soil surface of about 900 mm above this 30% stress line. But in this location and in this location and this location, there are three locations towards the downward side. Towards the downward uh, root side, this uh, here here it is, this 30% line intersect the ground surface line. So when it is intersect, it will be straight, there will be a failure. This slope will fail. And otherwise, if you go this here it is not 900 mm. It is much less. Here it is not 900 mm. It is much less. And you see, here also, in this point, it is not 900 mm. Instead of 900, we are always considering it is 1 meter. So you see, here is the basic problem is this. So it is not safe. In case of rock, it was safe, provided it is very good rock. Not excellent. If it is a good rock, RQD is 80%, and UCS is 20 kg above, 20 kg per cm square above, 200 kg per cm square above, then it is a hard rock. But here it is not 200 kg per cm square, it is much less. And joints are very frequent, and the joint thickness is much more. Normally it shall be 1 millimeter or 1.5 millimeter like that. Here it is in types of centimeters. And here it is already intersect. So these are the differences. You see, these are the differences. If we consider rock, rock consideration cannot be accepted because it is not 100% hard, good rock. So we are bound to consider this as soil foundation. Soil foundation, it is dense granular soil. So we have to take appropriate care for this slope stability. So we decided for cross-examination under all condition, and finally our slope stability uh, provisions as per 1904 and IRC 78. The following uh, summary of analysis enclosed as ready references, which I already show to you. Originally, the hill was one single hill. Now it is dissected to three different hills by constructing two in between roads for communication. At the time of construction of the headworks and other ancillary works for the hydroelectric project, the road was two in between road were constructed and which dissected the upper hill into three parts. So in these three parts, this lower part where our foundation is located, there is river, the river Subansiri is located very close to that tower. That is also another major problem. We have to tackle it. So this dissection of the one single hill into three hills is also a man-made disturbance. You may not be agree, but in my opinion, it is man-made disturbance to the natural hill. After a detailed, close-knit observation of nature, pattern, behavior of formation, and recent past slides and slips of the hills in this project, hydroelectric project works, it is considered reasonable to adopt some precautionary measures to avoid unexpected post-construction foundation problems. Basically, I am interested to safeguard my foundation only. Because for me, my foundation is much more than anything else, since if my foundation fail, then whole structure will fail. The whole transmission line will fail. So, first of all, our attempt is cementation of the formation by filling the gap with cement grouting for monolithic behaviors of the fractured and jointed rock mass. So we have provided, we want to take double benefit. We decided to take double benefit of this process of cement filling. Then we shall anchor the foundation with the rock up to a significant depth of foundation, or at least minimum the soft zone, which is, as I said earlier, up to 8 meter, it is almost zero. If we anchor, if the foundation up to 8 meter, below portion also automatically under pressure cement grout shall be, injection of cement grout shall be necessarily followed up to a reasonable depth. So another 4 meter or 5 meter like that portion entirely it will be monolithic one. So considering that aspect, we we providing cement grouting with a proportion of one cement point half sand, fine to medium grain sand with a cement ratio of 0.45. This is the M35 grade of concrete. And in case of cement grout, it will, in my laboratory test, I am getting using that sand itself, which we brought to our laboratory for analysis purpose. We using that sand, I find it is somewhere it is uh, 45 MPa, somewhere it is 40 MPa, somewhere it is 39 MPa. So we can we can guarantee that that shall be the M35 grade of concrete. So, and in addition to this, if we provide some required bars, we can able to get 92 ton per anchor and tension load of 45 ton per anchor may be adopted as a windfall. So at a single time, we are getting additional load against overturning, and we are converted the formations of fractured and jointed formation into monolithic one with the help of bars, and also joints were filled with rich cement grout. What we did, I show you, I explain you. You say this is the proposed raft. Proposed raft. We are bound to provide single raft because there was no sufficient space for isolated foundation. So we provided one solid raft. It is about 16 point something by 16 point something square type raft, and it is we are providing for 50 uh, bottom up is elevation is 155.24, and our this is it is 8 meter. We are providing up to this 8 meter. This is 47 147.24, and these are 150 mm dia at 4 meters center to center spacing, 4 meters center to center, and this is the uh, section. There are 5 dual bars. It was originally uh, estimated 30 mm, but 30 mm is not available. It should be ordered. So it was provided 25 mm, 5 numbers bar, and this is the, you see, this is the, it is grout pipe, this is, and we have estimated considering the nature and behavior of the formation, our 150 mm dia will be increased up to 200 mm. But I am not confirm, I cannot say confirmly. Somewhere it may be 200 mm, somewhere it may be 170 mm, somewhere it may be 190 mm, like that. But it is much higher than the 150 mm. We have considering our grout consumption quantity. Grout consumption, sufficient grout consumption is good. It is it is excellent consumption, which is much higher than this 150 mm. 150 mm by 8 meter length. It is good. 4 bag, 5 bag, 6 bag, 7 bag, 8 bags, like that. So the basic purpose with these rods shall anchor the foundation. This rod shall anchor the foundation, and additional we will be getting some resistive forces against overturning. We do not have any fear for the shear failure, SBC failure. We are only trying to prevent the slides. So it will be a monolithic behavior, since all these are bars will be there, these bars will be there, and the grout shall be penetrated in this way. We are providing our grout pressure is 20 ton per meter square, and uh, we require only uh, 4 meter 4 meter area. 4 meter. Since it is 4 meter spacing, center to center, 4 meter spacing. Here it is 2 meter, outside is 2 meter. Here this portion is from here it is 2 meter, and here it is 2 meter. So 4 meter, instead of 4 meter, we are providing 20 ton per meter square pressure. That is 2 kg per cm square. And, and you see, we are in such a way. Here you see, these the blue points. These blue points, all these blue points are a grout hole. This is our F side. Inside, all these blue points, all these blue points, and outside the left also all the blue points. So all these are it. This portion shall be became quite hard, and there all joints are filled up. All joints has been filled with grout. Bar shall give us this much of load, as I told earlier. So we are trying to take adequate care against tilt of the foundation, and for that, what we need, we have to first we are trying to convert the formation to good. Instead of poor, we are trying to convert it a good formation, which as a 45 ton against tension load. So there are so many anchors are there. So we are getting good numbers, good resistance against overturning forces. So I hope this will be act properly. The work has been done under my direct supervision, although I am always not visited there. But our one chartered engineer and some senior peoples were there, and 24 hours I am monitoring from here. So I am getting everything in time information instantly. I can uh, guide them. So it is very nice teamwork. In fact, it is very nice teamwork. Another thing is, another thing is, as I told in this, as I told, there are some, this, here you see, this stress line 30% stress line intersect the ground surface line. That is, our stress line is going out of the ground formation. Instead of having adequate 1 meter surcharge, and already our stress is going outside the ground surface level. So it will be sure it will be need some extra precaution. What we did therefore, you see this point, this point, this point, you see, this point, and these are, you see, here it is, you see, this, this red box, this is one portion, here it is one portion, here it is one portion. This red, there are some small dot. I am handicapped because this page is, I cannot increase this size. So if you can download it, then you can see in details. Spacings are there. These are spacings, proper spacings are there. There are 3 rows. There are 3 rows I am showing you here. I am saying that providing 3 rows of driven bars of 30 mm. Since 30 mm is not available there, we are providing 32 mm at the cost of 30 mm. At the cost of 30 mm, we are providing 32 mm at side at a spacing of 500 center to center, that too in staggered way. Staggered means in three row at two different position. The first and third row at the same rows and column pattern, and the middle row will be going shifted in between. That middle row, all middle numbers are in between. So these bars were extended up to 1.5 meter below ground level, where 30% stress line intersect the ground surface line to lower down the stress line to a depth of 1.5 meter below ground level to attain safe, stable hill slope to get adequate surcharge. See here, uh, here we need 1 meter ground surface is, we require 1 meter only, 1 meter only above the 30% stress line as per our caudal provision. But since we are barricading the stress line by providing in some places I did it, so there it was successful. So I am sure it shall work here also very effectively and very successfully. And you see, this is the stress 30% stress line. Above that stress line, we need only to say if we consider 1 ton for 1 meter, say 1 ton above the stress line, and if we are providing 1.5 meter, then we will be getting 1.5 meter. What is the normal dry weight of sand? Dry weight of sand is 1.2 to 1.2 to 1.5. But we are providing much more, 50% extra. Here you see, from there, this Stress will be diverted to stress line is lowered down up to here. It, earlier it was over the line, but due to driving of the barrier, so it will be coming down 1.5 meter below. So additional surcharge, required surcharge, little above than the required surcharge we are providing there. So it is that portion also we are safe for that region also. Now next we we feel essential to provide a retaining wall at the lower roadside to resist against the slides and mass slip. Slides means in lower side, the slide will be, if it is started from the upper side, then gradually lower side will be more. If it is started from lower side, the slide shall be the more, in upper side also it shall be more. So, to resist against the slides and mass slips, there must be some RCC retaining wall which we were providing at the road level. You see, this is the road, this is the road, this is the road, and this road level we are providing one RCC wall. This is the RCC wall. That is 1.5 meter ground level, below the ground level, and above 1 meter we are keeping above. If some slides, due to some natural calamities, maybe some slides may be there to so that they are not going outside the hill, we prevent it, keeping our height of this retaining wall is 1 meter above the ground surface level and 1.5 meter below the ground level. It is as per Indian Road Congress specification, the all retaining walls should be 1.5 meter below ground level. Whether it is required or not, that is in irrespective of any cases, it should be 1.5 meter below the ground level. Another most important works is natural slope protection by plantation of first growing trees for natural slope protection, by soil nailing of tree roots. It was concept of King Ashoka the Great long back. Almost it is prehistoric. History just cover the King Ashoka. History just cover. In his period, he planted big trees both side of the roads. Normally, our history says to give shade and cool air to the pedestrian. It is also one of the reasons during that time no AC vehicles are there. All are walking through the roads, going somewhere is only in foot, except royal family. They are using some animal cart. And rest all have to walk. So it was not. I am not saying it is Ashoka theory. It is the concept of Ashoka. There is a difference between theory and concept. Maybe some people, after research and research, some progressive research and research, generation after generation, it may be converted to theory, Asuk theory. Till now, it is a concept of Asuka the Great. In my opinion, he is thinking the better road surface and longevity of the roads. During that time, there is no metallic works. All are made of earth, soil. And Bihar, uh, Patliputra, his kingdom is Patliputra. So, uh, in his state, in his kingdom, uh, soil is available. So he has constructed all the roads and tree uh, plantation was made both sides of the tree to nail the soil by tree roots. And you perhaps it is known to all. Earlier during road construction agencies, there are government road construction agencies. There are a lot of public works department, Gar Kaptan, they are constructing roads, etc. There is an item of art and works, turfing, grass carpeting. Turfing is grass carpeting. Convert the surface of the formation to green grass with green grasses. The basic purpose of this grass carpeting or Asuka concept is to absorb the soil moisture to reduce the soil weight. Weight soil, normally what is the density of the weight soil? It is 2 plus ton per cubic meter, 2.2, 2.3 like that. Not less than 2. It is always higher side of 2. And when it is dry, what in dry soil, what is the density? It shall be 1.5. So this reducing tendency of weight is due to absorption of soil moisture by the plants, grasses, and tree roots. So it is a very good. Besides, soil reinforcement is there. Normally, you see, when a tree will be, when you remove a tree, the at a huge area was covered by the soil roots. At a big area. Uh, some people say that some experts say that twice the entire leaf area, two times of the entire leaf area, his roots were penetrated in two times more than the leaf area. Root area is twice the leaf area. So more, much, it is highly effective. Another one thing is more important for that proper surface draining system for quick drain out of rainwater far away from the location to avoid water percolation through joints and fractures to avoid the block much failure. If we do not drain out the rainwater, the entire northeastern region is we have very high rainfall and Arunachal is more extensive rainfall. Arunachal, almost it is very close to Tibet, so there is always rains. Almost every day it is irrespective of any season. In plains of Assam, we are we are getting only rain during monsoon period, but in Arunachal, winter, summer, spring, every every season rains are normal. So in such situation, if we cannot drain out little away from the project site, this rainwater will be percolated through the joints inside and the number one, it will increase the weight, and number two, this percolated due to water percolation, joints will be slippery. All joints will be due to percolation of water, joints will be slippery, and it became frictionless. Water has no friction. So it became frictionless, so it can block failure. Block must slip shall be there. To avoid that, we should drain out the with a proper drainage system a little away from the project site so that water percolation can be avoided. Another most important, which is the lifeline of the AC hydroelectric project and this foundation also. It is a lifeline. Providing we personally, I discussed the matter with my clients and I have suggested, earnestly I have suggested and recommended the necessary bank protection at the lower road formation is very urgently required since I have already noticed bank erosion, bed and bank erosion and scouring. I personally noticed at the bank slope. Uh, Today, it is little distance we have, but tomorrow there may not be so much of distance. It may be coming within the effective zone of influence. So, my humble suggestion to you, please give some pressure to hydro, hydro, hydroelectric power authority and the transmission line authority go for necessary river bank protection area protection works for that effective band. There is a Minda is there. That Minda should be protected very carefully to avoid further bank erosion and bed scouring. I hope to this context, I am very much thankful to convey my thanks and my best wishes to our young chartered engineer, Mr. Shekhar, who had successfully completed the entire project works and for his dedicated hard works for more than continuous 3 months and for his methodical analysis helped me a lot for, for this purpose. I convey my warm regards and best wishes to him through you also, Mr. Shekhar. My best wishes to you. If there is some some little query or anything you require more regarding this, I am always available at jcgogoi@gmail.com. I am again saying I am my I am available at jcgogoi at gmail.com, or you may also contact me over 98641 29070. But only in case of telephone, you have to give me a message, text, so that I can remember you. Otherwise, my assistants may not give me the call. I hope you are very happy, and please be happy, please be healthy, please be blissful. May God give you good health and long contented life. My best wishes always with you. Please have a very nice and sweet day. Hope meet you soon.